In this video you're going to see if, well actually I've already given away what happens in the title. So let's get straight to it. Hey guys, and welcome along to another video. If this is your first time here and you like watching all sorts of GT Sport related stuff, subscribe now and click the bell icon so you get notified of every video I upload and you don't miss a thing. Today's video is the next video in our Beginner to Winner series. This series documents my journey of going from a controller with assists to a wheel without any and trying to achieve my ultimate goal of becoming an A+ ranked driver. Make sure you stay tuned to the very end of the video to see where I eventually finish and whether I make any progress. So, let's get into it. So guys, a new week of races is upon us. We're in daily race C, weekly race C. Around Suzuka we've got 10 laps, we're in group 3 and we're in the KFC Lexus. So the fun's already going to begin here between the Porsche and the GT here. The GT is just going to get it a little bit loose on the way out. And he's going to find himself falling all the way down to 4th. No, he's just trying to wrestle that back. No, I think he's going to remain in 4th. So the lobby is reasonably strong. It's very early in the day and very early in the week. So there's quite a big discrepancy in driver ratings. But the guy up in front is good. Make no mistake about it, he's an A+ ranked driver. And we find ourselves in 2nd, which is good. We're in the KFC Lexus, as I said. The main reason that I've chosen this over the Porsche that's in front and the Ford GT that we'd overtaken is mainly because of the Porsche. It's just too sketchy for me. The KFC Lexus, or I keep calling it a KFC Lexus, the Lexus it's quite predictable for me, which is what I need, to be quite honest. So that was the reason, whilst I love Porsche, it's the reason why I didn't choose the Porsche. I didn't use the Ford GT for the same reason that I didn't use it as Bathurst, because I just can't control it, or can't control it all the time. I'm not confident with it, especially on a track like this, especially the first section. I just wouldn't be confident with it, especially also that it drinks fuel and it eats tyres. So that combination leads me to go to old trusty the Lexus. And as you're going to see in this video, it fuel saves perfectly, which is my main strategy at the moment. I'm just going to sit behind this guy. I was hoping, as I always do, to keep it clean on the first lap, which we've done. And I was keen to see how far this guy would scamper off into the distance. I'm fairly confident we can cover off the guy behind us in 3rd, the German there. And it doesn't look like the Spaniard up in front is running away with it. Now I know I'm going to be fuel saving way more than him. No matter how well he does it, we're going to be saving more. The Lexus is just that good at it in comparison to the Porsche. So if we can just stay with him, ignore that purple sector there, everyone gets a purple sector on every sector on the 2nd lap. But if I can just stay with him, we'll overtake him in the pits. And we could be looking at a victory here. So we rejoin the action here on lap number 5, which is going to be our, and I presume the Spaniard up in front's, in lap. I haven't shown you anything before because we've just been circulating behind him, really saving as much fuel as we can. As you can see, we've still got 48% worth of fuel there. We've managed to drop the German off a little bit out of our slipstream in 3rd, which was really important so that he can't fuel save using us. And look up ahead here at the 911 there. So I can tell this guy's been pushing up and watching him for a few laps, and now watch him now as he changes direction. He just puts that right rear on the grass. He is round and we take the lead. Wow. So this puts us in a fantastic position. As you can see that the guy who was originally in 1st has dropped down to 3rd. I was fairly confident we'd be able to get him in the pits anyway, and we'll have a look at how much fuel he comes in with and we can make a judgment call on that one. But the main guy that we're racing now is the German in second, who we've been keeping at bay despite fuel saving heavily. So it'll be interesting to see if he comes in on the same lap as us, what our fuel looks like. So coming in here to the spoon curve, turns 13 here, don't go onto the AstroTurf whatever you do, and turns 14 here, got to keep it nice and tight, smoothly feed the throttle in down the hill because otherwise you'll get it sideways, which is not what you want coming down the back straight heading towards 130R. So I change up to 6th here just to take my foot off the throttle, coast a bit, get back on the throttle, trying to avoid that AstroTurf on the right hand side there. Brake at about 125 metres into the Casio triangle here. Be careful on this pit entry. Let's see how we've done. We're 2.9 seconds ahead with 37% of fuel. He comes in with 13%. I don't normally show you this bit because I think it's quite boring, but I'm going to show you putting on the new boots here, and we're going to see what the difference between 37 and 13% gets you. I'm going to fill just past the diamond there in case I need it, in case I really need to rag this car. I want the fuel there to do it, and we're going to come out. Let's wait for it all to shake out here. We're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting, and now we're 9.2 seconds ahead of the guy in 4th. So we've taken 6 seconds out of him in the pits just through fuel saving. So that proves to me that you should always pick the car that you're most comfortable with, to a point. But as you can see here, I'm in the Lexus, which not many other people have used. The go-to car there has been the Porsche and the Ford GT. I've bucked that trend. I don't want to use them because I'm not comfortable with them, and I think while this car doesn't have the out-and-out speed or the cornering which the Ford GT and the Porsche possess respectively, it works for me. This fuel saving has really helped us out here. I get a bit of a slide on coming out of the hairpin there, but as long as I keep it on the track, I should be able to bring this one home. Jumping forward now to the end of that, let's have a look at how much fuel the Spaniard had. He had 2%. Granted, he's gone a lap ahead, but to be honest, we would have saved way more fuel than anyway, so I would have been confident of jumping him too. So whilst the mistake undoubtedly helped us, I think we had this race in the bag as long as we could keep it on the black stuff. We rejoin the action on the final lap. Again, I've jumped forward. There hasn't been much to show you, to be honest. It's been an uncharacteristically smooth race for us, so we're going to stay on board for this, the final lap, as we come through the first turn here, up through the S-curves. As you can see, the gap has remained to the guy in second place. We've got 9 and a bit seconds now, so there's no pressure on us anymore. We've got enough fuel here. We've got 1.3 laps remaining, and we've just got to keep it on the track, and we can bring this one home in a strong little bit at the sharp end, so I should be getting plenty of driver rating points for this one. So coming round the Dunlop curve here into Degner number 1. Oh, flick down to second there, I shouldn't have done. Now I need second coming out of Degner 2. Coming up through turn number 10 towards the hairpin here. Get this thing stopped. That is one of the disadvantages of this car, to be honest. It's not the most nimble. It's a bit like a boat, but I'll take that one, to be honest. It served us well today. We're coming through turn number 12 here, down towards turns 13 and 14 here. Spoon curve, here's the first part. Stay away from that Astro as always. Keep it as tight as you can, be patient on the throttle coming out of the second part. Flying down the hill onto the back straight here, preparing ourselves for the 130R for the final time. Going up to 6th gear, looking for that 100-metre marker, come off, coast through here, get on it, back again as soon as you're comfortable that you're not going to go off. come all the way down to second gear for the Casio triangle for the final time. Be patient on the throttle, and we're gonna bring this one home for a victory. It's been a while since I've been able to say that on the channel. Fantastic. So here we go then, our victory has been confirmed. There we are there in the KFC Lexus with our sweet suit and helmet livery as well. My 15th win and a clean race bonus as well. Let's have a look and see how our driver rating has been affected. So I had a couple of races before this one, but there were nothing to write home about. But after those two and this victory, we're now up to 36,912 points. That's the highest I've ever been, even when I was just using a controller with all assists. So it shows that we are now better than we were before. I'm really happy with that. And that is the end of the video, guys. Sorry I didn't have loads of action for you. It was a really straightforward race, but sometimes I will take them like that, to be quite honest. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching again, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.